So, golden cross is often referred as the best entry point for any stock, and it also indicates the beginning of a new trend. But time and time again, it has been proved that we cannot blindly trust this golden crossover. So, what is golden crossover? It is the 50 EMA crossing above the 200 days EMA. So, I have spotted this phenomenon in one of the automobile stocks. The name is Sharda Motors. So, today we are going to do the complete analysis of this stock. We'll see how strong the fundamentals are, and then we'll move towards the price action and see that if this golden cross is a valid one or we need more confirmation for entry. So before we get started, let me just remind you that this is not a stock recommendation video. This is just an educational video to help you make better investment decisions, right? So with that said, let's get started. Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Financial Impulse. So this is Sharda Motors official website. I'll share this link in the description section. You have to go through it and know all the details as much as you can about this company, because when you are going to invest in something, you definitely need to do some homework. Okay, you cannot just see the charts and invest it because there is some line crossovers. Okay, right? So let us now go to the fundamentals. So first of all, I will show you some key points about this company. Okay, so you see, Sharda Motors Industries is primarily engaged in the manufacturing and assembly of auto components and white goods components. Okay, then you can see the products portfolio. Okay, emission control systems, suspension systems, and all these things. I will share this link as well, the screener page link. You can go through it. Then user industries. The product caters to passenger vehicles, commercial vehicles, off-road vehicles, farm equipment, and gensets. Okay, now the company has market share of around 30% in emission control systems and 10% in control arms for passenger vehicle segments in India. Now, if we look at the customer base, then we can see a very rich customer base it has. The clients include Hyundai, Mahindra, Tata, TAFE, SML, Isuzu, Nissan, Isuzu, Force Motors, Ashok Leyland, Magna, Kubota, JB, etc. Now, this is a very strong customer portfolio, I would say. Now, coming to the fundamental numbers, okay, we see that the stock is trading at around 1927 rupees and the market cap is 5,700 crores. So that means we can safely say that it is a small cap, it is a mid cap stock. It used to be a small cap when it did not cross 5,000 crore. Now it's a mid cap stock. Okay, early stage of mid cap stock. Reserves it has is very good at 1,000 crore and very small debt of just 51.63 crore. That's why the debt to equity ratio is 0.05, which is fantastic. Sales growth is 7.94 for the past three years average. So this is on the lower side, but the profit and earning per share is on the good side. 26.32 growth for the last 3 years is very good. Return on assets 17.29 is a very good number, and you can see, in fact, it is the highest in this list, the ROA. Okay, then same with ROC 38.63. So these numbers are looking very good to me. Interest coverage 107, which is a good number. Current ratio more than 2 is fantastic. Operating profit margin around 14%. Then promoter holding stands at 64.31%. This is a good number. Altman Z score of around 9 and no pledging at all. So the fundamentals so far are looking good. Now we have to see the profit and loss statement to see the growth. So when we focus on last 3 years sales growth, we see that the sales growth has not been that much. That is why it is just 7.94%. Just now we saw 2,700 crores to 2,809, 2,837. But you also have to know that this does not mean that it will continue like this. It used to be higher. You can see, if you consider from 2020, it was 863, then 1737, almost more than doubled, then 2255, then 2700. So currently it has been slow, but that does not decide the future. Okay, now coming to operating profit, 282 crores, 361 crores, 396 crores. The reason behind the growth in operating profit despite a flat sales growth is the operating profit margin. You see, it was 10%, then it became 13%, then 14%. So clearly there is strong sign of growth in operating profit and profit margin. Okay, now earning per share, that's why has also grown 69 to 99, then 105, right? Now if we take a look at the shareholding pattern, we see that the promoters have kept the stake consistent for the last 3 quarters. FIs it's almost the same, just slight up and down, 2.38%, then it came down to 2.16, then went up to 2.20, almost the same, not much change. Then DI is 11.41%, 11.94%, slight increase of around 0.5%, then 11.72%, again small decrease. But overall we can say that the shareholding pattern is looking quite stable. There is no major drop like 5%, 7% sales. Okay, this 0.2, 0.3% up and down will definitely be there, because profit booking will always be there, right? So I would say that this company is looking fundamentally very strong to me, except the only negative factor is that the sales growth for the last 3 years has been kind of flat. Okay, apart from that everything is looking good, and this company is almost debt free, just 51 crores and debt to equity ratio of 0.05. Fantastic, right? Now let's go to the chart and see how does it look. Okay, now when we come to Sharda Motors, we can see from April 2023 to July 2024 there has been a strong rally of around 400% in just above 400 days. That means more than 1.5 years. Okay, not even half years, less than 1.5 years. But then there is a fall, strong fall here. You can see it fell by around 57 to 60%, almost 60% we can say. Now what we can do is to know that if the current strength that is catching up is strong or not, we have to use the fib retracement. So first of all I will use the fib retracement, okay, and mark the 50% level. So you see this is the 50% level, and I will mark it like this. Okay, now let me delete this one. So 50% level is marked. Now I will go to the momentum indicator and I will check RSI, and we can see the RSI has gone up above 50. It is consistently staying above 50, and it is above the moving average line, the RSI moving average line, right? And you can see it broke the moving average line here, around here, okay, and then it continued the fall, and also the RSI line was below the moving average, this black line. So clearly the momentum was weak at the time, and then it gave a crossover here. Okay, excuse me. So that indicates the beginning of strength, the beginning of momentum. Okay, and then you can see it is climbing up slowly, and so is the price, the candles. Okay, so this is a clear sign of strength in weekly. Now we have to go to the daily time frame and see the golden crossover. So I'm going to the daily time frame, and when I use the 200 days EMA, I can see that the stock actually went below the 200 days EMA here in the beginning of 2025, but then it started climbing up very fast, and you can call this pattern, you can call this triple bottom pattern, and here is the neckline, the break is there, and then it is starting to show strength. You can see the stock is now starting to use this level as the support. Which level? The 200 days EMA. This black line is the 200 days EMA. Okay, and you can see it is also aligning with the 50% retracement, the blue line that I have drawn. So it is an area of confluence. Now we have to put the 50 EMA to see the golden crossover, and here it is. You can see the stock is trading above the 50 EMA. The golden crossover has already happened here, and it is starting to go up. And if I enable the momentum indicators in daily time frame, I am going to see the same thing, strong move above the 50, right? So is this a good time to make an entry? I would say technically it's a very good time to make an entry, but again reminding, this is not a stock recommendation video. This is just an opinion based on facts and numbers and analysis as well, right? So these are the things that we have analyzed. Okay, first is the golden crossover, then momentum indicators, then fib retracement, support. Also the fib retracement is aligning with the support level, support resistance level. Now we can also use the anchored VWAP. So if I put the anchored VWAP here, we can see that the stock was actually respecting the anchored VWAP multiple times. You can see it acted as resistance here multiple times, here also again, and here also acting as resistance. But now in daily time frame, it is starting to cross above the anchored VWAP as well. So I would say for you, if you want to make an entry in this stock, after doing proper analysis yourself, you want to make an entry, it's better to wait for the stock to break above this level of around 2000. Okay, this is aligning with this black line, the anchored VWAP line, so at least you can get a confirmation. If it stays above this black line and then you are making an entry, it will be a good technical entry, I would say. Okay, so that was all about Sharda Motors, and I hope this video was useful and informative. Please hit the like button, subscribe to Financial Impulse if you have not done already, and if you are already a subscriber and finding my videos valuable, consider joining the Financial Impulse community, where you will get more stock analysis posts, and also you will be able to chat with me directly one to one on Discord. Thank you for watching. I will meet you in the next one. Bye. Take care.